I haven't seen anything online regarding the new Leatt 5.5 DriTour jacket and pants. I couldn't find a single thing. Not one review, nobody wearing it, nothing. Based on everything I was looking for, a single layer waterproof that most people don't like because it gets too warm, but I'm in northern New York and I'm not so worried about Arizona or Texas, Florida. But in my experience in years past with other garments, if you've got zippers in something that's mostly water and airproof, it kind of inflates like a bag and it feels more refreshing AC'd than something that's supposed to vent through the fabric, in my experience. I have a Rev'it Sand 4 jacket and pants set, and it's always, I zip them together so, you know, road rash could go off, it doesn't pull apart and expose you to getting damaged. But it always rides up, and when I sit down on the bike or if I'm up doing technical, it feels like it's pulling up on me constantly. When I just put these on, it felt like it was way too high, and I thought, dang, the jacket's too short. But after just riding for 20 minutes now, I can tell that something about the way it's put together, it's not pulling up on me at all. I'm 6'1", about 195, and this large and large, which is a 34 in the pants large, fits me great. It was a little baggy, but with the two straps here, this camera's not doing me justice. It really sucks in the waist perfectly. These, let's see if we can see it. These little clips here keep the pockets open, work great. You get a lot of air through here, and even more air through here. You can see that the strap here snaps there, so these can't close. I thought that this red strap went to the adjustment straps, but no. This is designed for if it's zipped up to adjust how much. And even with gloved hands, it's quite easy to do. Well, maybe not this one, because I'm trying to hold the phone and do it at the same time. But the point is, I love this thing. It cost me essentially $1,000 for the jacket and pants, which is ridiculous. But that's where we are now. And I wouldn't buy the size 7.5 personally. It's too complex. There's too much going on. I definitely feel a refreshing sense of air when I open this. But when I'm riding, even sitting down, not just standing up. In fact, standing up almost had not as much air. But sitting down, something about the way everything's positioned, I get a lot of air. It feels like I've got AC going on here. It's crazy. And I think it's 80 or 85 out today. So it's not horribly blisteringly hot, but it's warm enough. The other thing is, this is the main zipper. It's not waterproof. It has this overflap, like years gone. This is a bonded material, so there's waterproof bonded to the back of the material. It's not Gore-Tex, so no PFAS. They put a lot of effort into that. They also put a lot of effort, even their packaging is not plastic. It's biodegradable, which to me, you know, whatever. To me, it means something. But the cold weather liner zips in. It doesn't snap in like the Sand 4, where the waterproof zips together and the thermal layer snaps in. It doesn't even zip up, it just snaps in. This thermal layer, you can zip it together if you want under the coat and then zip the coat over it. Or what I like from a jacket I had years ago that I loved, can't remember the name of that, but it's zipped into the coat. So it's one piece, which is fantastic. It even zips in to the arms, and I can't feel the zippers in my arms at all. I don't know if you can see them there. I don't think so. But it zips into the arms. It's not a couple little snaps, which are impossible, and you feel them all the time tugging on you, but it zips in fully to the cuff, as well as left and right of the jacket. That's a big win in my book. And it has a snap on the neck. Also, I can't describe it, but the protection in the back and the arms and elbows is fantastic. It's not rigid like the Rev'it stuff. The Rev'it back pad I've always been kind of less than enamored with. It's just layered foam, hot glued together, I believe. This is another molded back foam piece, and they all feel comfortable. They feel like memory foam. You can squish them and they mold and then they spring back. They don't just bend. The Rev'it stuff is hard. And I know they say that that's to make it work. I feel like it's more just not as well engineered or designed. This stuff feels like I don't feel this thing on me. When I'm wearing even just the Sand 4 jacket and pants without any layers, it still feels heavier and bulkier. Not a whole lot, but this feels a lot lighter. It feels like I'm wearing almost a hiking jacket with some padding in it. That doesn't. That feels like canvas. It's different. Is it more protective? I don't know. They're both AA rated. But, you know, somebody could say, well, there's a zipper here on the Rev'it, on the cuff, and you can open that and get more air, but it just flops around. These, if I leave them baggy like this, it drives the air into my wrist, into my arm, along with this one. Seems to work great. You know, people say that Velcro wear out. That's true. That's something to think about. I could have someone sew a piece of Velcro back on her, heat seam a piece of Velcro back on if it went bad, but I've had a lot of Leatt stuff with Velcro on it, and it's lasted a long time, so who knows? You know, stuff like this, you won't adjust this but once, maybe, or twice in a season. I don't know. I just want to do a review on it. The vents for the pants are back here, which I don't feel like these do a lot. Where is it? Here. I don't feel like these do a whole lot thus far. Standing up or sitting down. I feel like the double pocket on the front, I feel like they originally wanted this pocket to be a vent. It was probably driving too much water in, so they got rid of it and made it a pocket. But my plan is to rip that pocket liner out of there. It does have a waterproof design zipper, so how waterproof is it? I don't know. But I'd rather have more air there, so I might rip that pocket out and make it so it just blows air into the pants and deal with it if it gets a little wet. To me, it looks fine. I love this enclosure here. And like I said, I've got it fully zipped, and you can see it's kind of stretchy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing fully zipped. In fact, in my Rev'it, I just used the quarter zip in the back, and even that, I'm not a fan of it. It feels like the pants are riding up on me horrible. I'm constantly pulling them down. This does not feel like that. It doesn't feel longer, but somehow it doesn't feel like it's riding. And the jacket feels, if anything, slightly shorter, but it doesn't feel like it's riding on me. I feel like I'm very comfortable in this. The other stuff feels kind of baggy on me, which I thought is funny because I thought Rev'it was kind of a nice fit. But I'll get some more video of this. Just want to give one on trail what it actually looks like.